Catch 'em all.
What's good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel. Now today's episode, it's a pretty fun episode. It's an episode I really like doing. But first, shout out to Spider-Man because we're back on my alternate account, the one that Spider-Man donated to me. He has a lot more figures than I do, so I'm actually able to do this video. So what we like to do on Reddit, we do this bi-monthly. We do it. We're gonna start doing it on the 1st of the month and midway, so like the 15th. But basically, it's called Deck for Deck. You go on there and you request for people to try decks with figures that you don't have. But the catch is you have to request like figures with synergy, like 3 to 6 figures that have synergy and work well. And you kind of just request for that player to test it for at least 5 games and to see how it does in whatever league you're in. So this one is for TheGamerWT. I think that's what your name was. Let me verify. Yeah, TheGamerWT. This one's for you. But what he requested was the synergy between Swampert, Zygarde, and Rhyperior. So let's just take a look at the deck that I've crafted so far. So we brought in, the Swampert, which his ability Mud Coating. When this Pokemon is on the field, if there are 3 more Water Pokemon on the field, the Ground type give it +1 MP. Okay. Zygarde, he gets your Ground type Pokemon deal +10 damage if there's no special effect. Now, if you take a look at this deck, 1, 2, 3, there's 4 1 MP Pokemon. So this is a very, very hard deck to use. And the reason I brought Manaphy on is just because anytime you get an additional +20 damage, it's so beneficial to have plus damage. The Magikarp, just because it's basically a free turn or a free check to anything, because whatever it comes out, you don't know what to put up against. You just bring on Magikarp. Magikarp's there because he evolves right into Gyarados when he gets attacked. And then I have to have a runner, and the best runner water type Pokemon is Greninja. And I mean, Spider-Man had Greninja chain level 5, so and the Swampert level 5. That's crazy. So here the place that I brought with it were Max Revive, because in this deck I only have 4 water type Pokemon, and you have to have at least 3 for this deck to work like on the board. Otherwise, you're shit out of luck. I brought the Gold Block because of how slow the deck is, and Gold Block's just necessary pretty much to any deck. And I also brought the Long Throw because with this deck, your entry points get covered really, really, really fast. And then I also brought the Counterattack. Now the reason why I brought the Counterattack is because, like I said, your entries get caught really fast, so you kind of need the Counterattack just in the late game, or just to hopefully catch them sleeping. And then a Double Chance. I always like Double Chance. I think this deck kind of needs a Hurdle Jump somewhat. But yeah, this is a deck, so let's jump in and see how the games go. Alright guys, we are jumping right in. And things I learned really, really quickly with the 5 games that I played with this deck is this deck gets completely countered so hard, gets wrecked so hard by Terrakion because of how many large blues I have. Whew. I need a Terrakion counter. Alright, we jumping in. Look at my opponent. They have the Sceptile, well, the Grovyle evolution, the Combuskin. Dude, Combuskin's so dumb. They have a 3-star purple out of rare. Dude, I hate Combuskin. I hate Combuskin so bad. But anyway, my opponent starts off bringing up the Pancham. I decide to counter with Magikarp. And then he brings on his Latios. And here, I know he has a Hurdle Jump. I'm taking a look at his plates. I know he's got the Hurdle Jump. I know it's coming if I challenge the Latios. And if he Hurdle Jumps right to the center, that's good game. I mean, I do have the Gold Block, but I'm still in a terrible position. I don't want to do that right now. So what I decided to do is I move my Greninja as close to the goal as possible, hopefully getting a dodge when I get attacked. But it doesn't happen, and I'm already in a terrible position. My 3 MP Mon is gone. I only have 1 Mon on the board, which is a 2 MP, and I have to Gold Block, and my rest of my Mons are 1 MP. So I'm like, what am I going to do here? Because I know he's going to take the entry point, but the thing is, I brought the Long Throw on for a reason. So I knew I was covered. I knew I was okay to survive at least a couple more turns. So he takes my entry point. Now here I'm just thinking, I'm like, alright, who do I want to long throw with? I was debating between Rhyperior and Swampert. And what I decided to do here is I went with Swampert just because Swampert, he has a high damage attack, and his other attack is also has the ability to freeze them. I mean, they both have a blue that can kind of move Pancham out of the way, but because Swampert had the additional freeze in the event, because every time I face Panchams, they always roll that 30 attack at least 3 to 4 times, and I'm like, dude, it's like a guaranteed 120 attack. It seems like, at least when I go against it. So now my opponent brings on the Latios right next to the Magic Carp. I didn't think he was going to attack, so I was like, all right, because you know if he does attack, I get the Gyarados. The Gyarados he's a decent matchup against the Latios. So here my next play is I'm thinking, which Pokemon do I have the best shot of trying to remove this Latios? Rhyperior, just because of the Bulldoze, the large blue. So I'm assuming my opponent's going to start bringing on like the rest of his Mons and just start rushing me. But my opponent goes straight for the Hurdle Jump over my Swampert, a play that I was not anticipating at all. And now I'm in trouble. I already used my my Gold Block, and now I have to just hope for the Bulldoze. And I get it, the Bulldozer, and I was like, oh, whew, that's good. My opponent already used his Hurdle Jump, so I don't have to worry about them Hurdle Jumping for the win. And right here, I'm just anticipating, taking a look at the plates. I'm like, okay, he's probably just going to take an entry point, and then probably just slowly start bringing on his Mons. All I have is 1 MP Mons, so I'm in trouble. Two of my Water Mons are in the PC. Like, this deck is already in a bad situation here. But my opponent decides to be very aggressive here. X attacks, goes after my Swampert, and he gets the Psychic. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that play, just because now you're down 1 Mon for the rest of the game. You only have 5 Mons. And now I can slowly start putting things on the board. I think you should have just taken the entry point, because I don't think I would have attacked the Latios. I think I would have been too scared to attack the Latios. So, like we discussed earlier in the when we were talking about the deck, you have to have the max revive because you have to have at least 3 Water Mons on the board for this deck to work. So that's what I did. I decided to move up my Greninja, but I was thinking, where do I want to put my Greninja? Because I want to threaten the entry point. I was thinking about bringing up the right side just to bring something on that side, but I decided not to. And now here I make a crucial mistake. I was thinking about moving my Greninja next to my Manaphy because I have to protect the Manaphy, but for some reason I decided to move up Zygarde, because if I would have done that, I would have prevented this from happening, and he probably would have moved up Grovyle, and I probably would have attacked with the Zygarde, and it would have been okay, because Zygarde has an okay matchup against Grovyle. But that didn't happen because I failed to do that. And I decide to revenge kill here, and then that happens. So now I'm like, well, great, because now all he's got to do is move his Sableye right next to my goal, and now I just have to hope that Greninja can do something, because Greninja has a good size gold, and Sableye has lots of large purple, so I'm like, Greninja, you're the best, you have the best shot, and the only shot. You're the only one who can actually reach him and attack, and he gets the Wisp, and I get the Water Shuriken, so that, whew. I got two fortunate rolls for me. One, the Bulldozer, and then the Shuriken. Well, I could have lost the game twice already. If you hear any squeaking, it's because my chair is like really squeaky. I don't know why. Opponent decides to bring up Zap. I bring up my Magikarp. Like I said, there's no one else I want to counter with except for Carp. He starts attacking with Grovyle. And unfortunately, I get the dodge. Now, this is not that great of a matchup for me. I decide to come back, attack this Grovyle, because like I said, I think I have a decent matchup. But now I just awoken the beast. Now Sceptile's on the board. And now I'm scared. Now I'm really scared. The good news is, though, that I was able to cycle Zygarde off the board, and now I have Manaphy to be on the board free next turn. And then I'll have my Swampert to be 2 MP. I was hoping for the dodge here. Didn't get the dodge. I don't know if... Yeah, that's probably the best play to make. So here, the only thing I can do here is move my Magikarp, attack him, and try and get Gyarados on the board. And it does. It happens. Turns out, I'm like, all right, that's good. Magikarp, like he's an okay. I mean, he's got a large miss, but he's got an okay matchup with Sceptile. Now that Zap's there, now I can. What do I do here? Do I bring Manaphy on? I do bring Manaphy on. So now my Swampert has 2 MP. Interesting play here because now Swampert versus Zap, it's a pretty decent matchup. And if the Zap decides to be aggressive and attack here, I can KO him next turn. But he decides to jump over and attack me. I mean, I guess either way, he was kind of in trouble. And here I just end my turn because I don't want to move him at all. And then I can freely move on my Rhyperior to surround the Zap, and that is bye-bye Zap. This was like my first time actually. Well, today was my first time experimenting with this deck. I thought that Tractor, like, you had to move. I didn't know you can end your turn. So once I learned that, I was pretty happy because right when that happened, I was like, oh great, that's game. But I was like, oh wait, no, I can dictate if I want to do that or not. This monster, man, so dumb to have this. Like, the Cyclone Kick hits every time. Every time I face a Combuskin, never fails. He always gets Cyclone Kick. And, dude, can I just rant about Blaziken? Blaziken is so inconsistent. I mean, I probably talk about that all the time. Last night when I played on my normal account, I hit the Jet Kick 3 times in a row. And I'm like, dude, I'm so done with you, Blaziken. So done with you. What did I do there? I attacked the Sep? Yeah, because I don't want to attack the... I don't know why he took that. I don't know why my opponent took that. He should have just stayed where he was at and then brought out his other Mons. But he doesn't. Decides to attack me. He gets a stealth hit again. And decides to jump over. I think he forgets that I have my Swampert's on the board and I have 3 Water Mons, though my Ground Mons are 2 MP. I think he forgot. Back to the Pancham. I don't remember what I do here. Do I move up Zygarde? I'm assuming Blaze takes the entry point? No, he doesn't. Oh yeah, he doesn't. He ends his turn here, so I'm pretty sure I move... I was thinking about moving Manaphy closer, but I decided to move Zygarde up. In the event... my opponent decides to fall asleep, I can surround the Blaziken next turn. But I probably should have moved the Manaphy closer just because he was going to go for the Swampert, and then I would have been able to surround him next turn. But, because of the synergy between the Manaphy and the Zygarde, I got that additional damage, got that additional plus 30. It was nice. But... Swampert's burned, but I got to freely move up my Zygarde. Now I'm threatening us around, and now I can start pressing forward. So it's looking good for me. He moves his Pancham back. I move up my Gyarados. Opponent, dude, I hate Sableye. Mostly every time I attack or play against Sableye, I get destroyed. Here I decided to move up my my Zygarde just to make the opponent play defense, and then I can take the entry point with the Gyarados, because I would rather the Zap go against the Zygarde than against the Gyarados. So now that he has to take the entry point, now I can freely take the goal. I can freely take the entry point with my Gyarados, and now we have a decent matchup. With Zap and Zygarde, and then the plan here is to attack the Pancham, which the opponent doesn't come near my Zygarde, which I was surprised. So I decided double chance, and I'm like, all right, it's time to go after this Pancham, because the opponent, and then my opponent's gonna have to cover the goal, and then I'm in a good shot. But he still has the goal block, and he lands the purple. I'm like, okay, let's get that extreme, bro. You got this. No, doesn't get it, but he gets a Land Wrath. And I think my opponent just moves up the Zapdos, and he wants to eat. I think my opponent's just trying to come after my Swampert. I think that's what he does. I can't remember. I think I attack Pancham again. Yeah. This is the first time ever Arm Thrust only landed once against me. I promise. Like, I swear it always hits 4 times. So now I'm in a happy spot. I know at Chicken Splits, I'm like, alright, well, damn, he still has the gold block, so now I don't get to win next turn when he brings up his Sableye. He's going to gold block with Zap. It's the obvious play. It's exactly what my opponent does. And here, I think I take the entry point back. Or do I attack? Oh, I attack. I attack. Yeah. I remember. I do. I remember I attack. Because like I said, Zygarde has I think he has a fair, decent shot matchup against the Zap. And now my opponent's kind of in trouble. And I'm thinking he's probably... the best shot is to attack with Sceptile, and that's exactly what he does. But does he get the stealth hit? He does. He gets the stealth hit, and I'm like, ugh. Oh, it's unfortunate. And now I have to... I attack again. Dude, I should have taken the entry point, but I think I was just being impatient here. Stealth hit. I get the Land Wrath. Misplay. I don't know. I don't know if it was necessarily a misplay, because I don't really have anything that can... in the track. I don't know. But anyway, the opponent moves on, and he attacks with the Blaziken. I get Land Wrath. He gets the Jet Kick. Now, this is the most crucial part. Land Wrath, if you spin a purple... you get KO'd. His Sableye spins the purple, and I'm like, oh my god, that is game right there. I cannot believe that just happened. My Manaphy also rolled purple, but that doesn't matter because it's my turn, and I can freely surround the Sceptile, and that is good game. I started connecting right there. I was kind of freaking. I was like, no! But your boy Rico survived this game. I survived 2 good rolls. The place towards the end were questionable. Do you guys think I should have taken the entry point, or do you think I should have kept attacking? I mean, obviously it worked out in my favor, but I don't know. What do you guys think? But yeah, that's its episode for today. I really like trying out decks, so I'm looking forward to the beginning of this next month and the 15th of next month to try and play new decks. But until then, peace.